Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else, guys. Ethereum dump 14 trillion. Ethereum was dumped last night, and market absorbed it all. It went down like 1%. CPI numbers came out, price did nothing. There is nothing else, guys. There is nothing else. We got a full moon, we got a charts, we got everything. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit, what to believe, what not to believe, how to behave in the market, Are we bullish, bearish, stuff like that? Are we gonna above 32k? What's gonna happen next, guys? First of all, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting a little bit longer than usual, because at the moment when I wanted to start streaming, the show, I had to go to the bathroom, so that took a little bit while. But right now we are good, so we can we can chat for next half an hour or something like that. 45 minutes. How's everybody doing in the chat, guys? The gentleman, what's up, man? How you doing? Hello everybody. LS Linda, good morning from UK. How you doing, Linda? Mladen Petrov, morning. How you doing, man? Nice to have you here. Bullish as always. Diamond hands. Gort, anyone else having trouble with YouTube? Gort, if you are bearish, you can't watch the video. That's completely right. If you are bearish, the video will be laggy. The video will be black. But if you are bullish, you can watch the video. I'm bullish for the next 20 minutes. I'm guessing it's back to regular YouTube with crappy ads and all. Yeah. And I think we bought YouTube, premium. I mean, it's been a lot of years right now. But I literally, YouTube without premium is literally unwatchable. So for everybody out there who does not have premium YouTube yet, get premium YouTube, because it saves you so much time, guys. You can watch like everything without any kind of ads. It's beauty. It's beauty. Be bullish for your own good. Morning, Tina. Morning, Greens Goblin. How you doing, man? Check NatGas on the weekly daily. Am I wrong for thinking it's bullish? We've been bullish on NatGas for a while, but I don't know what's happening there. We are not actually very good analysts of the NatGas. But we like to we looked at it once or twice because of Garrett Soloway, because he looked at it, so we had to double check it. We need to double check Garrett Soloway's charts. We don't believe Garrett Soloway, guys. Look at the XY weekly. Nice W pattern to play out. It is W pattern in the making, but will it become W pattern or not? It's too early to say, but there is that. Just sold my ARB yesterday to put into near. Now it's pumping. Still learning to time the market. Bob, that's the way to do it. Switch. Stanko, how you doing? Gotta get ready to gala pump. Yeah, I think everything's gonna pump soon. Altcoin season haven't started yet. I've been watching the dollar. I've been watching the dominance up here on the daily time frame as well. It is pulling back a little bit, so alts are right now doing a little bit more than Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin is gonna have more movements towards the upside. So that's what we're waiting for right now. Where are the lines up here? Let's go to the weekly up here. We can start with this chart over here. I listen to videos after closing them on premium, very handy. So guys, where are we gonna start? First of all, I'm sorry I haven't been very active lately. I stopped taking my 5 minutes breaks. So for some reason, I'm not really excited about anything. I'm not depressed, but I'm not excited about anything. I'm really like, when you get into that mood where you just don't care about anything. Well, that kind of mood I've been in the last couple of days, and it's I've been watching the charts yesterday, and everything is down a little bit. The price is not doing very much, but everything is in the red, and I was like, oh my god, there are so many good setups up here. It's pulled back. The price didn't dump down on anything. If you look at the daily time frame up here, 4-hour time frame up here, this pullback here didn't do anything. Like if you look at this part over here right now, it's not a topping out pattern. We're gonna talk about topping out patterns. It's not a topping out pattern, so it was pulling down here. A lot of altcoins were actually going very nicely down to the support levels, and I was like, oh man, everything looks so juicy. Over here you can see ape pumped up here. It pulled back to the support levels again for the second time up here, right? A lot of altcoins did very nicely on the pullbacks right now. I mean, they're still down at the bottom somewhere, right? And right now everything is going towards upside. So I am generally very bullish, but don't let my lack of excitement or lack of lack of something get you off the tracks. So I am definitely bullish. I see nothing wrong with the price. There is no topping out pattern. This is still going towards the upside and everything like that. But you know, I'm just not. I'm just trying to, you know, very, very hard to, you know, keep the excitement up. But you know, after I stop taking these 5 minutes breaks, you know, for some reason I just don't care. I have a same kind of feeling that I had when I was sick down here. If you remember down here, just before we started breaking towards the upside, I got actually very sick. And I got a flu or something like that, right? And I just didn't care about anything, you know. And I have been making lots of videos and stuff like that, and then it started, you know, pumping towards upside. So this part over here I kind of missed, but you know, I was sick down there, right? And I feel the same kind of up here, like the excitement just, you know, leaves your body. That said, I'm still very much bullish. Everything is nice and dandy, and right now that, you know, this ETH FUD and CPI numbers are out, the good, we gotta change the, also we gotta change our motto, guys. We gotta change our motto. Our motto is don't read the news, read the charts. Right, this is our motto, guys. This is our motto, and here on the channel, don't read the news, read the charts. But we're gonna change the motto, guys. We're gonna change the motto. And we're gonna add something up here in the back of the motto, and that is don't read the news, read the charts, and watch the moons. So this is our new motto. Right now we got a full moon still going on, and until the full moon is done, you know, we gotta keep a bullishness. So we got another week of left of the full moon until the new moon and the you know, the big dump. Maybe I don't know where that's gonna be, dump or not, pullback, whatever, right? But we got at least another 7 days left, you know, until the next moon pops up on the chart, and that's gonna be new moon with eclipse and stuff like that. So you know, we're gonna see that. But we you know, don't read the news, read the charts and watch the moons. So that's what you're gonna, you know, follow on the charts. Portal stream. XRP, I'm late again. No, you're right on time. You're right on time. So, what's happening with Bitcoin, guys? What is happening with Bitcoin? We can start with this chart over here on the weekly time frame, and you know, it's just a couple of lines. Just a couple of lines. I've been thinking about, you know, which of these, not this bottom part, but you know, which of these lines could most likely indicate some kind of a very important level of resistance. And I'm not saying that this level of resistance are gonna be very interesting, but you can see right now that on one of these levels we are actually hitting. So back down here we got a four extra pivot points up here. This is first, second, third, fourth. So there are 4 pivot points, and these are 4 lines, right? So you know, this upper line is where it's up here or down here is a little bit tricky, but you know, we're gonna use the top up here. But there are actually 4 pivot points up here, and out of these 4 pivot points, it will hit something like either this one or this one or this one, right? There will be some kind of line that's more significant than other ones, but I've been using this one because this seems to be very, very significant, you know, pivot point over here. So this seems to be, you know, this one and this one seems to be very significant pivot points. So the thing that's hitting this one and this one, it's actually all the way back here, one of these 4 points up here, and this is also significant because it was one of these first before starting the zigzag pattern up here. So the very first pivot point up here, and this line goes all the way up to something like 38k. So you know, that seems to be significant. The second one that seems to be significant is this down here in midline. That's around right now 25k levels. This also seems to be significant, and the least significant one is this one up here, but we are hitting that right now, and you know, whether we're gonna break that or not, you know, depends to be seen. But those are the 4 kind of levels that we are right now, you know, looking at when it comes to these trend lines over here. Trend lines are often important. Now we got of course the horizontal lines are up here as well, very important levels on the chart, give or take. So where we're gonna stop, which, you know, zones are gonna be important or not, it kind of depends. But I like to watch these trend lines over here to see whether we break those or not. If you look before up here, once this actually started breaking down, like a lot of these trend lines got broken, like everything got broken over here, literally everything. And until we came up to trend lines up here, then we started, you know, going zigzag above them. So will we do the same thing over here right now? Will we have all of these trend lines over here and then start, you know, breaking above all of the trend lines and do something like this up here, and then, you know, pull back to the trend lines and, you know, keep these trend lines as support levels? That depends to be seen. But it's important to know that we are coming to very, very close to these important levels that might actually be, you know, significant resistance levels that we might or might not break. And so we're gonna, you know, keep on watching that. But right now there is nothing right now on the charts that are telling us that we are in any way, shape or form you know, bearish just yet. I mean, even these channels up here that, you know, a little bit crappy channels, but you know, there are still channels. I actually like this yellow line, as you can see down here. It is looking very nicely. So I saw this line, and it is kind of, you know, hitting very nice tops up here. So you can definitely still go a little bit longer up here. If you look at Ethereum, it has almost kind of same kind of pattern up here, but it is a lot more, you know, it does up here, and it is already breaking towards the upside. So if you look at Ethereum chart over here, there's a channel as well on Ethereum. Just move this a little bit on sideways up here, and it looks like this channel up here, you know, tried to break up here, and right now it's breaking towards the upside. So Ethereum is gonna go popping up here towards the upside, guys. And I think the alt season is already getting ready to go. The big reason for alt season getting ready to go is that if you look at dominance up here, yes, it's curving a little bit towards downside, but it's also breaking the resistance level up here. Maybe it's closer to resistance level, but it might be curving towards downside. I say might, but the biggest reason is not actually because of the dominance. The biggest reason, I actually think that we might be having some kind of you know, alt season up here, because we did the first move up here. Right now we're doing second move. Right now I think this is the last move up here towards upside that's being created. Now before the actual last move towards upside, I think we might already start getting, you know, alts going towards upside from these levels up here. I think already right now the bullishness is strong enough that it can pump with you know, bears money and, you know, retail and stuff like that. So I think the price can right now, in the start, you know, it needed everybody to push the price above a certain levels of resistance. But right now when you start getting above 32k over here, a lot of, you know, bears are start gonna piling in, a lot of retails are gonna start piling in, you know, news are gonna be writing about, you know, Bitcoin being above 30k, 35k, maybe even a 40k, right? So a lot of new money will start piling in, and that will, you know, normally push the price towards upside. So the whales have time to, you know, cash out and switch money into altcoins and stuff like that. So I think already over here we might start, I say might because I'm not sure, but I think we might start seeing altcoin season while this is going towards upside. So you know, everything else might actually be performing better than Bitcoin from now on. On the other hand, it might also go all the way up to the top, and then, you know, start doing some kind of other things, and then we have altcoin season. Over here, altcoin season started on this dump over here. This is the first move towards upside, and once we have this first pullback, the rest of this price up here, you know, altcoin season, you know, generally kicked big time in, and, you know, it lasts for a while over here. But this was the pivot point up here when altcoin season started. So this last move up here, although it was going up, you know, a lot of people, you know, whales and Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoin people that bought down here, they were selling into this, you know, mania up here at the top, but there were, you know, altcoins were actually pumping like big time crazy. So this is just intermediate move towards upside up here, as like over here, right? I'm a little bit unsure. I think altcoin season start actually at the top up here. So, you know, where it's gonna start down here or up here, it's kind of, you know, we can, you know, argue and try to, you know, find some kind of reasons for why it should stop over here, but I think it's already can actually already start, because you wanna see price going up, and you wanna see price exploding towards upside, and the last part is always when the alt season should start. So maybe Bitcoins are gonna start popping up now, maybe not, but important thing to notice is there is no top up here. This over here doesn't look like any kind of topping pattern. If you look for some kind of topping out patterns, if you look for some kind of, you know, ending patterns and stuff like that, right, you will never see, you know, going up the shake and then, you know, another move up here, and that's stopping out pattern. It could happen, but you will see oftentimes this move up here, you will often see that this move up here comes very fast towards downside, and on small time frames up here, it's just not dropping. Oftentimes you'll see this move up here and then right back down again, but it's not coming right back down, it's holding. There is not even a engulfing candle, a red candle up here. There is literally nothing up here. If you go even in the small time frames up here, if you remember up here, you know, it was some kind of topping out pattern. As you can see up here, we had a big move up here towards upside, we sideways moved, and then we went up and right back down again. But if you zoom in a little bit up here, even more up here, you'll see that this came very, very fast towards downside again, right? But this is not coming very fast towards downside over here. This over here, where is it? This over here move isn't coming very fast towards downside. isn't coming very fast towards downside. So I don't see it. I don't see it just yet. There seems to be no topping out pattern right now. And until we get some kind of daily topping out pattern or anything like that, you know, everything seems nice and dandy. Yes, we are not, there is still definitely some kind of line up here at the top up here that we haven't broken yet. Ethereum is actually breaking this line over here. But you know, I'm still keeping a lot of bullishness, and I'm in no way, shape or form, you know, right now bearish for whatever reason, right? There might be a very nice line up here, over here, give or take, doesn't matter. Up here we're just channeling towards upside. Yes, we're coming to this up, some kind of top up here, but I don't think yet that there is any kind of, you know, topish out pattern that's playing out on the charts. We can see how the volume up here is being going towards downside over here. This on KuCoin, so the volume is legit up here as well. You can see up here the volume has been going down, but it's been going down in the going down in consolidation phase up here, especially this consolidation phase. It is been going down, and I think if we break up here towards downside, we will see again climbing of the volume. Another thing up here, the volume in the longer term has been actually climbing towards upside, because you know, volume on this pump over here and volume on this pump over here is actually higher, so it's going towards upside. So entire move up here is actually going towards upside. So again, even the volume up here is not telling me, you know, that anything is wrong with the chart, because you can see up here all the volume up here climbed a little bit up here, you know, exploded more than before. So if you know, crack this a little bit towards downside up here, you'll see that the volume is actually, you know, climbing up here towards upside. This part over here has been going towards downside because it's consolidation. Any kind of consolidation will have volume going towards downside. Again, nothing wrong with the chart. RSI up here sitting at 69 levels, and like I think it was yesterday or the day before that we showed that, you know, these are not levels actually to be worried about, especially in a strong bullish price. On the other hand, this is the, you know, the indication that we are looking for, and I don't see right now any kind of, you know, curving of this towards downside over here. It might happen for some reason, I don't know, but we are still above the zero line up here. This still looks legitly, you know, very nice, you know, move up here towards upside, continuation up here towards upside. So it is my only, you know, it is my only, you know, analysis that this is going to continue towards upside. We still have the moons left, guys. We still have in 1 week, you know, in 7 days left. 7 days up here, April 20th, right? That's the new moon with the eclipse stuff. I don't know, they're calling it eclipse season, so whether that's gonna, you know, affect us or not, that kind of depends a little bit. But I'm still saying, you know, watch the date for some reason. I don't know if this, you know, pumps for whatever reason, just extremely pumps towards upside, or if this, you know, does something like this. Yeah, watch for the date. It is a new moon, it is a full moon. Like you just saw right now, we changed our motto, you know, and watch the moons. So, you know, we are watching definitely the moons. Besides that, Ethereum chart and stuff like that, right? Ethereum is pumping towards the upside and looks very nice over here. So we can only assume that right now altcoins are gonna, you know, do better than Bitcoin. I would assume. But there is nothing wrong with the chart. It's still the same chart, still the same pattern up here on this move towards downside. There is no topping out, you know, pattern and stuff like that. Can it move up here to more towards downside? I mean, technically it can. I mean, it's not doing anything. It might go a little bit more towards downside. You can call even this, you know, some kind of, you know, some kind of bull flag up here towards downside, because you can see up here it's just kind of curving it a little bit towards downside over here, towards downside over here. So whether this is a bull flag or something like that, maybe it even goes back down to the support level up here. But it doesn't seem to be, you know, I don't see anything wrong with the chart. You would see some kind of weakness. You would see something on the chart that tells you, you know, this is bad. This, you know, the fact that we broke down here below the moving average up here, and, you know, we didn't even dump down to 20 moving. It just came up here again above the 10 moving average. Sure, we can go down here again towards downside for whatever reason, but it still looks bullish in the big, on a big time frames. So I've seen a lot of people, you know, posting stuff, you know, weird stuff on Twitter, like how we can drop down, how we are at resistance and stuff like that. Yeah, you will always hit some kind of resistance. There will always be some kind of resistance to be broken. The important thing is that to know that in a strong bullish trends, these resistances get broken. In a strong bearish trends, these supports get broken, right? You can have a strong bearish trend, but if you have a support down, you know, wherever you are, if you're in a strong bearish trend, it will get broken most likely, right? Until this has been going on for long enough and you hit some kind of capitulation, and then, you know, some kind of supports might actually hold. But right now that we have a strong bullish trend over here, you know, the resistance needs to be assumed they are gonna get broken, because nothing is weak just yet. So I'm bullish. I'm not euphoric or anything like that. We are not at 40k, you know, but I don't see the reasons to be bearish. I've seen a lot of people thinking, you know, 30k is important level. They're gonna short 30k, and as soon as we hit 30k up here, you know, people start shorting. But right now we are at 30k, 30.1k, and the price still, you know, looks fine. The price looks fine. So I think you know, altcoins might be a better trade right now than Bitcoin. So there's that. Any questions, guys, before we round out? I gotta go and lift the weights again. You know, and so there's that part-time stream. Is Shiba good? There is definitely some kind of, I think I read some kind of Shiba FUD today, so there is that. Doge is moving, yeah, Doge is moving, Ethereum is moving. What more is moving? I heard that, you know, the thing that Ivanotech is shilling, Radix is moving. Hex is up 5%, but I don't know how Hex is doing. Hex is below the support levels. So, you know, Hex did the pump, so I'm a little bit unsure whether it's just gonna continue pumping immediately after that. Usually, you know, usually after big, you know, usually after some, and I don't know if you remember, but you know, Hex had this big, you know, pre-launch Pulse X, Pulse, you know, Pulse blockchain launch pump. It didn't launch. But, you know, people are talking about how close Pulse is to launching, how people are buying Hex because, you know, when Pulse is gonna, you know, explode. And there was so much, you know, talking about Hex over here that it just exploded towards the upside and right now pulled back below the support line. So, of nice people, yeah, it's gonna come right back up there again. But after any kind of major, you know, what am I gonna say, hype or euphoria, and there was definitely euphoria and hype in Hex because the hack was all over Twitter, you know, this usually takes a little bit while before it actually goes towards the upside. Can it go up here or above move? Could I be wrong? Definitely, I could be wrong. I mean, if you are in a alt season, this could just, you know, pump up here towards upside. I don't know. So we're gonna see what this we are topping out for weeks now. Yeah, we're topping out for weeks. Every week is a topping, a new topping, you know, signal. Not really. What more is up here? Let me see on the chart up here. Apto is up 3%. Let me go to the daily chart up here. But you can see that down here, although it's up like something like it's not breaking a resistance level, but you know, there are definitely coins that are up 3-4% up here. But nothing is actually exploding. But the coins are definitely up to 3%, something like that. ARB is up 10%. I had a very nice lines on ARB and stuff like that, right? There was the channel up here, broke out to the channel, retested that up here, continued going towards the upside up here very nicely. Above the moving averages, broke this resistance, right now it's going to 393 or something like that. And CFX up here also, I don't know if you guys remember, but you know, I said, you know, how volatile this thing is. Every single move is like, you know, 5 to 10, 20% up here. This is 20% up. This 20% move towards the downside. This thing is one of the most volatile thing on Bybit right now. So if you want to trade that, there's a link down below. But this thing is one of the most volatile things right now. Right now, pull back down to the support level. So, you know, it's going to pump again or not. That kind of depends. But hitting these resistance levels up here. See, there is 3 tops up here. But it is also not, you know, it is holding the, you know, support, high support level. So the supports are going towards upside, resistance are staying the same. So, you know, maybe eventually it continues towards upside. We gotta look at a bigger picture, but you know, there's that. It is very. Now watch shitcoin endeavor. What's wrong with Hex, man? I don't know. It does exactly the same thing like Doge and, you know, Doge and Bitcoin does. So, you know, I don't know why would you hate on Hex. You can stake it, you can do everything, you know. The contract runs, there is no admin keys. Like, what's wrong with Hex, man? I don't get it. I have no problems with Hex. I know that other people have problems with Hex, but you know, I have no problems with Hex. Also there is one more thing about, you know, the Tron. Somebody posted that Tron, you know, Justin Sun was arrested, and Tron dumped down on that that news. Then I read a video that, you know, that was some kind of, you know, FUD. There is no confirmation that he's arrested or anything like that. So I had a very nice line up here at the top over here. Let's remove this line for a second. I was adjusting this line at top line. Maybe I was wrong, right? But I had some kind of line that went something like this up here. It went up here towards the upside, and then it failed to, you know, bounce out of here and dump down over here. Then I read that there is some kind of, you know, Justin Sun is arrested. So it might be the case, but look at these nice, you know, bottoms down here. So right now it is going like over here into these bottoms up here. I don't know, the chart, you know, what's happening with Justin Sun and, you know, the Tron and stuff like that, I don't know, but the chart doesn't look that bad. I'm still saying the chart doesn't look that bad. I don't care. If this was a bad chart, you know, this would have been already down here somewhere, right? This will be bad, but you know, it is layer 1 protocol. It is strong. It is something is happening up here. It is climbing up here on the moving averages, you know, and we are having these dumps up here. I don't know what's happening. I literally know what's happening with Justin Sun and fundamental stuff like that. But at one point, you know, unless this just goes something like this up here, you know, it's gonna go down or up. So, but for me, the chart looks fine. You know, not financial advice, you do with your money what you want to do, but you know, I'm not saying this is gonna pump more than, you know, Dogecoin or anything like that. I'm just saying the chart looks nice. How much stuff pumps, you know, it's very you know, objective, but you know, it depended on certain other things, so there is that. Upside target 34k, at least above 32k, I think. Right now I'm looking at about 32 because a lot of people are looking at these levels 30 to 32k to short. Even Crypto Savvy has, you know, 32k is a major level of resistance, blah blah blah. So we're gonna see, but I think we're gonna go above 32k, and then you know, a whole bunch of, you know, euphoria is gonna kick in, because we are not in euphoria yet. People are still afraid. What do you think about the volume in Bitcoin? The volume is fine. What I do have a little bit, you know, reservations against is this move up here. So a lot of people think that it might be the same kind of move happening over here towards upside, like it was up here, you know, in 2019, right? This move up here. And I'm a little bit unsure whether that's going to be the case, because previous move was, you know, parabolic top up here. This was not a parabolic top, this was double top up here. So we'll have some kind of, you know, some kind of different kind of pattern up here at the top. I don't know, but we are looking very, very nice. Over here on the moving averages, look here, guys, look here, we're getting 2 crosses. We're getting 10-200 moving average cross and 20-50 moving average cross. We're getting 2 crosses at the same time. So yeah, you gotta be bullish. The MACD is crossing the 0 line, the 10 is crossing 200, the 20 is crossing 50, and it looks good, guys. It looks very, very good. So we're gonna see how long this actually goes. But this was, you know, consolidation. Consolidation is done right now. It is allowed to run, you know, amok towards upside. So we're gonna see. It's a double cross. Double cross. I don't know what double cross is, but you know, we can say that it looks bullish. Okay, guys. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you got some kind of, you know, more insight about, you know, about what the price is doing. People didn't buy the bottoms. People didn't buy the bottoms down here. They're thinking that Bitcoin might do this move down here. It might do. We are not saying that it's not gonna do that. We are definitely not saying that Bitcoin is never gonna go down to 15k again. What we are saying right now is that this move up here is not, for whatever reason, just gonna drop down. It's gonna go up here and then it's gonna do something up here. Will it after that go down here? We do not know. But we know that, you know, if it goes down there, we're gonna know ahead of time, you know, when it starts going down there. So right now it's going towards upside, so we are looking at the upside targets. When it starts going towards downside, we're gonna look at the downside targets. But you know, looking at downside targets while it's going up is just stupid. When you have a bullish trend and you are looking at where the support is gonna be, at least wait for until the trend finishes and then look for the supports, right? Because over here there is nothing right now that says that the trend is actually finished. Doesn't matter how you draw this. If you use the bottom line down here somewhere, the trend is intact. If you use this line down here, you know, this closed up here, the trend is intact. If you use even this first wick towards downside, the trend is still intact. There is no reason to look for support levels right now until you actually break the support levels. So on the short-term time frames up here, you might look at, okay, what needs to be happened for us to actually be a little bit scared that this, you know, this support might break towards downside. But in a bigger picture up here, you need some kind of big move, right? You need some kind of big move that has supports down here that are right now very, very legit, you know, levels that needs to be broken up here. You know, it needs to do a whole bunch of stuff to break 19k right now. I mean, down here at, you know, 22k, it needs to do a whole bunch of stuff to break 22k, and I just don't see it happening right now because the trend is still your friend, and the trend is still not broken, and it's still going towards upside. So talking, you know, so other people, when you see other people on Twitter and everywhere else talking about, yeah, these other targets down here are, you know, important to watch for and stuff like that, you know, at least wait until the trend finishes. When trend finishes, then we can talk about support levels. But right now we need to talk about resistance level because that's the direction we are going in, right? So this resistance level up here or up there, you know, might get us rejected. So, you know, once we get to the resistance level, we look for, you know, action, you know, price action. Did it extend towards that? Did we explode? Did the price do some kind of, you know, rounded top pattern up here towards the resistance? You know, that's the kind of the stuff we look at right now. But right now, while it's going towards upside, you know, ignore the FUD. Ignore, you know, all the news events. Look at the price, because when price is going towards the upside, it is, you know, the FUD just doesn't work. The FUD gets people scared. The FUD gets people not buying the dip. So we had this Ethereum FUD and nobody bought the dip. And another thing, yeah, if you've noticed right now lately, I would say very lately, there has been lack of bad news. Now, I'm not saying that there is no bad news. I'm saying there's lack of bad news. There's still news and stuff like that and things happening in the world. But I've noticed there is lack of really bad news, right? So we are going towards upside and the CPI is coming out nice and Ethereum is nothing is happening, and you know, the job market's a little bit, you know, sketchy, you know, but you know, the bad news are not coming out just yet. Everything is like kind of standing still, right? So we are moving up on this, you know, still water, I would say. But I just want to let you know that there is definitely 100% bad news right now that are so bad that once these news comes out, you know, it's gonna be Armageddon kind of type event. I don't know, it's not gonna be Armageddon type event, but there are bad news definitely that are not being released, and they are waiting for the right time to release the news. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that is, but it kind of feels. It feels like, yeah, you know, because the world is the way the world is, and everything is not sunshine and rainbows. But right now it's, you know, the spring is coming, the sun is nice, you know, the weather is warm, you know, and everybody is a little bit, you know, relaxed a little bit right now. But there is definitely 100% some kind of bad news. What I want to tell you, once this pivot points up here, wherever it's gonna pivot point, up here or up there, it doesn't matter. Once they come to some kind of top up here, the news are gonna come out one by one, because that's when they can push the price out. Because right now they cannot push the price down. The price is in a strong uptrend, and if you use right now if you use that news right now to push the price down, you cannot do it, because you can stop the, you know, but you cannot do it. So they're gonna use that news when we come at some kind of top, and the price is gonna start breaking the resistance level, support levels, and start going towards the downside, right? The news are gonna come coming out again. What it is important to notice is once that happen again, and once you again go towards the downside, don't believe the news and the FUD. I mean, yes, the news and FUD are, you know, going the way they are going. But over here right now, when it came down over here, right, towards the bottom, there are, you know, FTX dropping, Luna dropping, AOC, like all of these other, you know, like there is so much, you know, the economy is at the worst point, skyrocketing towards upside. The worst feeling is down here, right? And the same thing is gonna happen again, and we're gonna have some kind of worst feeling again, and then that's gonna, you know, we're gonna explode. So if you are falling easy for the FUD and stuff like that, you know, you gotta believe in something. You gotta find some influencer, some kind of YouTuber that does fundamental, and that is always 100% like Bitcoin is the thing, you know, and you're gonna believe him, and for whatever reason he's gonna get you through that. Not financial advice. Because people who have low faith, once we come up here towards the top, People do not believe, people think that, you know, crypto is a bubble, they do not understand charts, and the news starts hitting us really, really hard, they will think that this is gonna go to zero. Literally. And a lot of people are gonna listen to these people, and they're gonna miss everything. Just so you know, it's gonna come, guys. The bad news are gonna come, but not yet. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. It's been half an hour or something like that. We checked a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna make any kind of videos today or anything like that. But, you know, there's that. Don't let my lack of excitement get you off the tracks. Bitcoin is still bullish. It's going towards the upside. I'm just a little bit, you know, unmotivated for some reason. So you're gonna see if I can, you know, get back on the horse. Thank you guys for stopping by. I'll see you around. Bitcoin looks nice. Ethereum looks nice. UK oil, that looks nice. Gold, that looks nice. It's topping out. Maybe. Silver looks nice. Maybe this line should be a little bit different up here. I don't know. Maybe something like up here, something like up here, give or take. Maybe it's coming to some kind of top. Maybe. I don't know. AVAX, I don't know. Let's go down. AVAX has this very nice trend line over here that needs to be watched up here. Oh, AVAX is gonna blow. AVAX is gonna blow through everything right now. AVAX is above the resistance up here. Rising trend line. Nice. Ape looks nice. Out of the channel up here. Hitting the resistance, but it's above 50 moving average. I already had a retest on the 50 moving average up here. So downside up here maybe 1.2%. Wanna trade, right? Maybe. Solana has been pumping lately. I don't know why. But it is breaking certain levels up here. But this level up here is broken, right? There was a trend up here, and then there is a trend up here as well. This one is a little bit different, right? But I think everything is right now pretty much broken. I think Solana is a pumper right now. But you know, we'll have a pullback or anything like that. It's curving a little bit up here. So there is definitely some kind of channel up here. If it breaks towards the upside, I think it's gonna go. If it breaks to the downside, I think it might have a pullback and then go. Cardano, what's happening with Cardano up here? It had this, you know, weird channels. Don't blame the channels, blame the channelier. I don't know how it's called. Yeah, it pulled back a little bit up here, trying to climb up here again. It is in the bigger, you know, channel. Maybe there is some nicer channel up here. I don't know. Matic, this 4 hour. Why are we looking at 4 hour? Also doing this, you know, consolidation patterns up here. I don't know. Some looks good, some looks bad. Montiel just woke up. Time to catch up because we gotta know. Andrew, a little bit late. Thank you for stopping by, guys. I'll see you around. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy the day. Go to the gym, work out, clean your room. Like George was saying. Bye-bye.